It's why you're drawn to. I'm drawn to it too. The people that are really direct, like no bullshit,
old school,
like Dan Pena, like you know
military
Dan Pena,
dudes,
the business coach.
Oh, the $50 billion man.
Holy
fuck!
You would love this guy.
Really?
Dude. Yeah,
you
yeah,
love him.
I thought you were gonna say Joey Diaz.
Well, like that, but I'm saying
no nonsense. Yeah.
If you look up Dan Pena, this is why you're poor.
You're gonna love
Jesus!
And you scroll
fucking best.
Scroll to a minute 40.
That guy?
Yes. He
just fucking do what he says.
Dude, he's so direct and it's so funny. He doesn't give a shit though.
Yeah.
That's what
he's almost dead.
Well, yeah.
Look at him. Donald Trump's going to rock the planet. He's a Trump supporter?
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
Yeah, I think so. But
they're friends, I think.
Yeah, he knows him. Go to...
Well, I don't think we could play his stuff without getting sued, Jamie.
Really?
Yeah,
don't hear his audio?
Yeah, I don't think so.
No?
I highly doubt he'll let you play his stuff without you. He'll yank you offline.
We
I would imagine. Yeah, they're going to find you.
Think so?
Yeah.
Don't
it's
say
a matter
that.
of time.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I just think this is his property. Like his lectures and all his stuff.
This is where fair use argument comes
into
play.
Yeah,
especially if you play. Like
but that fair use argument is not. It's a weird argument. We play shit all the time and talk about it, and it gets jacked. Oh, did you see the video today? The guy who got attacked by a grizzly bear?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Holy shit!
Hunting elk.
No,
right?
he wasn't even hunting.
He was looking for elk, scouting elk.
He was scouting for an upcoming client, and he came across a mama bear. And her cubs.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and he even sprayed it with bear spray.
He said dead on 25 yards.
Yeah.
Like unloaded, and the bear just ran right through
through it.
Well, she had her babies.
Yeah.
That's what the mama bear does.
You don't know what they're going to do until they do it. That bear spray might work sometimes.
Yeah.
But it didn't work this time. And
He
that
got
guy
attacked
got
twice.
mauled.
His face got fucked, yeah.
Yeah, look, it's hard to tell here, but his skin is hanging off of his head above his ear. And the bear bit through his arm, too. His name's Todd Orr.
Well, he's lucky he got away.
On my face and protected the back of my neck.
Oh, my God.
She got my head good. I don't know what's under my hat.
That's not good.
Ear, my arm.
His arm's broken. Look at that.
Pieces of stuff hanging out.
Asshole just twitched.
You can imagine a fucking bear, a female grizzly bear.
Protecting her cubs.
Look how tough this guy is. Hold on, back that up there for a second there. Back it up. Look at it. Listen to this.
Legs are good. Internal organs are good. Eyes are good. I just walked out 3 miles and I go to the hospital. So.
Yeah, but he stopped to make a video.
So listen to that pragmatic way of looking at it. Legs are good.
Yeah.
Eyes are good. Internal organs are good. Like, that is the fear. Like, that guy just came in contact with a real live monster.
Yeah.
A fucking grizzly bear.
Twice
in a day. A real live monster.
After that 3-mile hike, got in his truck and drove 20 miles to a hospital. Well, then
Jesus Christ.
Probably so happy just he's alive. I mean,
did you see
the photos?
The scar? Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, the photos are
that head scar?
Yeah.
That's really, really big, man.
Yeah. I wonder if that was a claw. It's probably a claw.
Now, sorry, he's scouting for elk. So this is like a public, what is it, I don't know where do people hunt? Some kind of a hunting area?
Yeah, he's probably he could be on private land, but most likely he's on public land. And they have I don't believe Montana has a grizzly bear season. But they do have grizzly bears.
So he just came over a ridge, right? Wasn't he just walked over and then?
Yeah, I think the only place you can hunt grizzly bears in North America is Alaska. I think.
Damn.
I think there's grizzly bears in Alaska, and then I don't think you even hunt grizzly bears in Canada.
Can you imagine the diarrhea?
Oh, no, you do hunt them in Canada. They hunt them in British Columbia. What am I talking about?
Like when you walk over and then 80 yards there's a bear that just sees you and is like, dude. And you're like, oh, God. And then he got his spray. Like, he knows if you're around bear, like you can't book it. You're not going to run.
What are you supposed to do? I mean, he sprayed it. We know that.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, that's one photo of his arm. But check out the other ones, Jamie. There's one of his head.
It's hard pulling them up because I'm not logged into Facebook.
Oh, okay. Just see if you can find it outside of... But
oh my God,
oof.
Yeah,
poor guy.
So my buddy Adam Greentree, who was on the podcast last week, he's a bow hunter. There it is. Look at his head. Look at the giant scar that goes from his temple all the way. First of all, if you wanted a scar on the back of your head, that's the spot.
Yeah,
like it doesn't rip his ear off. It doesn't. you know, he's got a nice line on his head, but it seems like it'll stitch back together as long as he doesn't have an infection from the bear bite. Fucking A, man.
Guy's got a good story too for a while now.
One bite on my forearm went through to the bone, and I heard a crunch.
Man.
You just think you're dead, right? You're like, this is it.
This guy's really good about social media. He's like, hey, everyone, I got to tell you this. Like, he did a video. He did a couple of posts.
Facebook this shit?
Yeah.
Well, this guy's a hunting guide. Do you know how, like, in tune with the wilderness this guy must be? In Montana?
Just happened.
Oh, man.
Montana is
beautiful.
That's the woods, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful, but, I mean, it is a wild state.
Yeah.
They have a lot of grizzly bears there, man.
A lot of like free roaming animals everywhere, right?
We went there this summer.
And
we went to Bozeman and we drove down this road and we pulled over. We saw 100 elk just sitting in this field, like right off the side of the road. We're like, this is crazy.
Wow.
Like, you just get out of the car and look at them.
It's so beautiful.
A hunting trip or
no, with my
just
family. We did the Yellowstone thing. But just looking out and looking at all these animals, like, whoa. And apparently, well, we saw grizzlies there, but we saw them in a grizzly sanctuary. But apparently people just run into them all the time.
Yeah.
You could fuck up like this guy and just accidentally be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the female has her cubs.
I remember going there once and having a guide tell us, you know, if you run into a bear and like do these things, and the whole time your brain's like, you're just gonna die. You know, like he's like, you know, cover your ears and crouch, but like play limp, don't fight back, don't run.
Oh my God.
And this guy actually did it, which is the crazy part.
Yeah,
he actually did it. And he played dead on that second one, he said.
Yeah.
He just went limp.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
God, imagine going limp while that thing is biting you. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
So scary.
They're so big. It's such a terrifying... It's crazy that it's a real thing.
Yeah.
That there's a real animal that's 11 feet tall.
So crazy.
And it weighs 1,000 pounds. So my friend Adam, he went on an elk hunt by himself in Montana. He was in Montana. Shot an elk, and he has to pack it off the mountain. He's like 14 miles in, so he's got to pack this 1,000-pound animal. He's going to do it in 150, 200-pound chunks. So he's going to, and each one of them is going to take a day. So he's doing it essentially 4 days of just packing out meat. So the first day when he goes back, a grizzly was sleeping on the carcass. A giant grizzly bear, 11-foot grizzly bear, sleeping on the dead elk.
He
has to chase it off and scare it.
No.
He has to yell at it to try to get it out of there. He has a pistol with him.
No. I wouldn't
by
fuck
himself.
With that there.
I don't think I would have taken that route.
By himself.
Yeah, no, that's nuts.
No. He can have the elk, dude.
Yeah.
The bear ran off.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Is that the approach you would have done without knowing this? Or you've been like,
fuck, man, I don't know. I mean, they say
like,
you're
your
supposed
shit
to
now.
do that.
Yeah.
They say you're supposed to yell. I mean, if you want it to leave, but you might want to just give it the meat.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Just get the fuck out of there.
That's not your elk anymore, dude.
He didn't want to do that because he worked hard for that elk and he shot it.
Right.
It's a tough fucking call.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be the one to make it.
No, of course not.
No.
See, as on one hand, you would say, well, look, the bad news is I don't get the meat. The good news is the grizzly bear gets to eat because I really like bears. So I had a teddy bear when I was a kid. Yeah. That's my friend Cameron Haynes. That's one that he killed in Alaska.
Whoa.
Wait, is he the guy
bow
that also does those crazy marathon runs?
He ran 200 miles this summer.
In a day?
78 hours. He ran for 3 days, slept 3 hours in 3 days.
How does your system keep going? Like on
well, you have
like
to build up to it. He was running a half a marathon a day. Every day he was running 13 miles.
That's insane.
And then he ran 100 miles in like June to prepare for the 205 miles in August.
Wow.
It's insane.
That is insane.
I mean, there's the mental part, which is its own thing, but then physically, doesn't that just...
Well, he looks tired there.
Yeah,
he does look tired.
Well, he didn't just do it. He's kind of crazy. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. I love him to death, but he's crazy. And this is one of the things he did. He lost a ton of weight. He went from 180 pounds down to below 160 just by starving himself. So he had his body eat itself. So because he was already lean. Like he didn't have any fat to lose. So the only way for him to lose weight is burn 3,000 calories, eat 2,000. So he did that for months till his body like shriveled away, down to like I think he got under 160 before the race.
So that he could do this?
Mm-hmm. Like the other day, he put a picture on his Instagram. He weighed 158. When I met him, he weighed 180, and he was built.
Damn.
Like you lift weights.
Yeah.
But he did one of these at 180, and it was too hard.
Yeah.
So he decided to lose the weight. So that's how he like. You know what kind of discipline you have to just make your body eat itself? Like you don't even have any fat.
No.
Even at sub 160, to run that much, like to your knees, your joints, everything, that's got to be brutal, right?
It's not good. Well, that's what he said. Good. He said it was really like you could do performance enhancing drugs, but it's really not necessarily going to help you.
Yeah.
Or really they're not going to help you not feel pain or be able to be tough.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it is just being tough.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a bitch, man.
He likes the suffering. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, he's a maniac. He's got issues.
Yeah,
but he's also like one of the most successful bow hunters ever.
Really?
Wow,
he hasn't. Bow hunting is the hardest thing in the world to do when it comes to acquisition of meat. Like, there's no harder way to.
What state does he live in?
Oregon. There's no harder way to get an animal than with a bow and arrow, because you have to get within a certain distance. You have to practice every day. You have to, and he hasn't had an unsuccessful bow hunt since 2009, and he goes every year and he kills like multiple elk every year. That's like unheard of. Nobody does that. Like everybody has dud trips.
Yeah,
like you go and you struck out.
Yeah.
You just don't see the right animals. You don't get. He's just. I mean, that's what he's designed for. That's what he does. And he just excels at it.
And if he doesn't find something, he just like runs 100 miles to the next spot.
Well, there. I've hunted with him, and the thing that's crazy is how he doesn't get tired. Like, I'm in pretty good shape.
It's like your sister.
I follow him up the hills, and I'm like, fuck.
Right.
Some people are wired. Like his sister Maria is a similar level of lunacy.
Does she do marathons and shit?
Yes.
She does like she's done like half triathlons, and she did 5.8 miles the day before she gave birth.
Whoa!
To one of her kids.
And not only that,
bouncing around there.
Yes.
Oh my god!
And her uterus was falling out of her vagina from doing all that, and the doctor said you got to stop.
Doctor said you need a nice cyst in there to tighten things up.
Tighten it up.
A nice watermelon-sized
softball sized cyst.
A nice little cyst in
there.
No,
but she is one of those people that is always like, "What do you want to do?
Always going.
What do you want to do?" Like,
she's really athletic. She was in the Navy, and she beat out all the guys doing push-ups. Right?
She did the whole. They have a PT test.
Yeah.
She beat all the women and all but one guy.
Jesus Christ.
She's an animal.
Animal. Just like her brother. Yeah, we're just hardcore guys.
Just like her brother.
Yep.
Does she do those tough mudders? Those are the weirdest ones.
Done
You get her mouth full of mud.
Yeah.
People get sick as fuck. They get horrible diarrhea. Because for real.
What is this? I don't know what this is.
Tough mudders. They're these crazy races where you have to go through. You're literally running a lot of it through mud. You're climbing through things. The people that get out of them, they're totally covered with mud. But the problem with that is mud is water, and still water is super bad to ingest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So these people get that mud in their mouth, and they get the pathogens from that mud, and they just get a broken fire hydrant for an asshole.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Where your body's like, we're just going to clean
this
whole machinery out. It's like spring cleaning with a carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
It does look fun. Like I think the running and, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, this is the mud stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, these people are fucking maniacs.
Nobody told them this diarrhea?
Well, they learn. They learn. I mean, some people are just really into it and they keep their mouth shut. They know how to do it, or keep their mouth closed.
Wow.
And they don't breathe it in. But when you see them running through it, it's like they have all the, what do you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
This is just people waiting, dude.
But
I don't think this is an actual. This is just people walking. There's some where you see them running and doing all this stuff. This is just a bunch of people walking through a swamp.
Get your life.
But if you do that crawl, like sometimes you have to crawl under stuff too, I guess.
Oof.
That's when you can get it in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know,
So stupid. I'm sorry.
that's the kind of things people do when it's too easy to get food.
That's what's up. Go to Africa.
It's the same exact thing as the Z, zer, he, her, him, her.
Yeah.
18 gender pronouns.
They're not doing this in Somalia. I guarantee. There's no fucking mud races.
Genderphobic.
Yep. Look at this. See how they're climbing
I've
out of
seen this. Yes. Yeah.
Fucking maniacs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wading through this shit.
How far are most of these? Do you know that? Do you know?
That's a good question.
A couple miles?
Yeah, it's like some of them are about a mile in between some of these obstacles, so it's like 6-7 miles.
6-7 miles.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at it. They're literally, they made mud for them to play in like they're 3.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going
Like
to
they're
challenge
3-year-olds.
myself.
But this is a setup. Like they make all this.
Right.
This is so goofy. Sorry, folks, if you're listening. Bro, I was a fan. Yeah. So you came and shit on Tough Mudders. Yeah, why don't you try it, pussy?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't want fucking pathogens, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not into Giardia. I'm not into taking that muskrat shit.